Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine at your home. Before moving on to today's session, let me remind you what we have discussed in our previous class. In the last class, we have discussed about QGIS software itself. In that, activity 6.6 in your textbook, adding new information. For that, click in the order layer, create layer, new shapefile layer. In the place new field, add the attributes one by one and add the new fields. For example, add the headings as attributes. After that, new layer will be created in the layer palette, and then use toggle editing tool and add feature tool in order to enter the details as per your textbook. Enter the details using toggle editing tool. After that, to view all these details, use open attribute table. So this is the previous activity. So in today's class session, you are going to study about. Today, you will learn about map reading software itself called QGIS Desktop, and also the learner will recognize about how to do buffering and spatial analysis. That is one of the important question in this chapter, how to do buffering and spatial analysis, and also the learner will identify about how to export the map. We are moving to 6.7 activity 6.7 buffering, which is one main activity, and also activity 6.8 printing the map. Both activities are very important, so please listen to the class. So open QGIS software by clicking on application education QGIS, and this map is panchayat.qgis. For opening this map, go to project option, click on open, then open this map. So here you can see layer palette. And what do you mean by buffering? So take your textbook page number 84, activity 6.7. Imagine that a road has to be widened by 5 meters. So we have to find out how many houses got destroyed by widening the road. The road is given in red color. So when we are widening this road into 5 meters, how many houses got destroyed? And how much of it can be saved if the widening is limited to 3 meters? If we are limiting it into 3 meters width, so how many houses got saved? So this is buffering. So we have to find out how many houses got destroyed when we are widening the road into 5 meters. So how to do buffering? So click on road option and then go to vector option. After that, geoprocessing tools, then here fixed distance buffer, vector geoprocessing tools, fixed distance buffer. So a window you can see. From this input layer we are selecting roads because we are going to increase the width of roads. So select input layer roads. Here distance, as per your textbook, we are changing the distance into 5 meters. 5 meters. After that, click on run option. So that here you can see a new layer got appeared with the name buffer. So for better understanding, we can change the name into buffer 5 meters. So right click on this buffer option, select rename option and then buffer 5 meters for better understanding and press enter key. So now we have created a buffer road of width 5 meters. But by seeing this, we can zoom this map to see this buffered road. Click on zoom in option and then click on this map so that we can zoom this map. For moving the map, we can make use of pan map. So click on this hand symbol and just click and drag the map so that we can move the corresponding map. But here the buffered road is green color, but the original road is red color. But you can't see the red color road, isn't it? We can't see the original road. So in order to make visible this original road, make this buffered road below the original one. So simply click and drag this buffered road below the original one so that you can see original road in red color and the buffered road in green color. So the existing road are not visible. This is because the layer get embedded below the layer that contains buffered road. So this can be changed by rearranging both roads. Just rearrange by click and drag. I am describing it based on your textbook. Figures are also given in your textbook 84 and 85. Then after that we can zoom the map like this, so you can see the buffered road and original road. And next we have to make another buffering road of 3 meter. So how many houses got saved when we are increasing the width into 3 meter? So again click on the layer road, go to vector option, same manner geoprocessing tool, fixed distance buffer. Here select input layer, again road. Here change the distance into how many meter? 3 meter. After that click on run option. Here another buffer has appeared. Right click on this and rename buffer 3 meter. Buffer 3 meter. Here we can, if you wish to change the color of this road, we can change the color. In the last class I have mentioned this activity. If you want to change the color, right click over here, select properties. From style option, here we can change the color. Change the color and click on OK. So that you can see buffered road, but here also original road is not visible. So how to make the original road visible? Just rearrange this. Make this buffered road below the original one. Click and drag and rearrange. If you zoom here, you can see red color is the original one. If we are witten the road into 3 meter, if you are increasing the width 3 meter, it is indicated as yellow color. If you are increasing the width into 5 meter, it is indicated using green color. And if you are measuring a boundary, we can use measure area option. Select measure area option, and then here if you want to know the measurement of a boundary, just click on the first point, leave the click and drag your mouse, again click on the second point, drag your mouse, again click on the third point, leave the click and just drag the mouse, click on the third point. When you reach the start point, right click on the start point, then only you can measure the land. So right click on the start point, so that here you can see the total area in square meters, the measurement of this corresponding boundary. Next we can find out how many houses got destroyed by this widthening of road. So just click on the layer house. After that go to vector option and then select geoprocessing tool, intersection option. Vector geoprocessing tool, intersection. Here from input layer, which input layer to be selected? We are looking for houses. So select house. In the previous activity we are using roads. We are widthening the roads, so that we have selected this road option. But here we are going to find out how many houses got affected or destroyed. So select house option and then intersect layer. First we are looking for buffer 5 meter. How many houses got destroyed by widthening the road into 5 meter. After that click on run option. So that here you can see intersection. We can rename the layer. Right click and rename intersection 5 meter. Then if you right click over here, for seeing the details, which tool is used? Open attribute table. If you click on open attribute table, you can see 9 houses got affected by increasing the width of the road into 5 meter, and their details you can see. So this is 5 meter. Again we can see the houses, details of the houses when we are increasing the width into 3 meter. So again select the layer house, go to vector option, geoprocessing tool, intersection, same manner input layer house, intersect layer buffer 3 meter. Again click on run option, new layer you can see here intersection. Right click over this. Either you can rename. To see the details, click on open attribute table. We are renaming each layer for better understanding. So click on open attribute table. So here only 6 houses. So 3 of them. And the previous, this intersection 5 meter was 9 houses. But when we are increasing the width into 3 meter, 3 houses can be saved. So here 6 houses got affected. So buffering is one such important activity in this chapter 6. From this QGIS project, buffering questions will be asked for your practical exam. So first go to vector option, geoprocessing tool, fixed distance buffer, and make buffer 3 meter, buffer 5 meter according to the question. Make the buffer things. After that, intersection. Regarding the house, go to vector option, geoprocessing tool, intersection, and then create two intersection. One is 5 meter, other one is 3 meter. So by clicking on attribute table, we can view the attributes. Okay, we can view the details of this particular houses. So one thing is buffering of road, another one is intersection. That comes under this buffering topic. So this is activity 6.7. So read that points in your textbook. So next we are moving to activity 6.8 in your textbook, printing the map. Printing map means what? After every activity in every software, we will either save that project or we will export that project, isn't it? So printing the map means we can export this project. How to export this project? By saving this map. So click on project option. After doing this activity, click on project option. Select new print composer option. Take page number 86, activity 6.8, page number 86. In order to do that, select new print composer from project menu. Here give a suitable name. You can give a name, for example, my panchayat. I am giving my panchayat, and click on OK. So that here you can see another window. So there are several tools in the left side and also in the toolbar you can see several tools. We only need three main tools. First one is add new map. So click on add new map option and we can create an imaginary boundary. So just click and drag your mouse. You can see a red color rectangle. We can draw this rectangle like this. If you are drawing this rectangle like this, inside this imaginary boundary you can see our panchayat map. We can move this map like this. Okay. So this thing is known as add new map option. After that we can give a name or heading to this map. So for that click on add new label option. Click on add new label option, and if you again draw an imaginary boundary here, you can type the heading, but now the heading is QGIS. Here in this main property, item property, in this main property you can see the corresponding heading QGIS. We can change that heading. I am changing it into panchayat. And if you wish to change the font color, font size, etc., click on this font tab. Here you can see font tab. If you click over here, you can change the font style, font family, then font size. I am changing the font size into 20. Then click on OK. If you want to change the color, you can choose the color from this color option. So this thing is related to giving heading. Next thing is we can include the legends. Legends means layer palette. So add new legend option. We can include all the layers here. Again draw an imaginary line inside that boundary. The layers will get appear. See, here also the heading is legend. We can change the title. I am changing the title in the title property. When we are drawing this imaginary line, all the properties will get automatically visible in this right side. So change the title. I am changing the title into layers. So this thing is new print composer. We have created our map where we gave one heading and also the layers also visible. So three tools. One is add new map, add new label, add new legend. After that we can export this map. Click on composer option. Here three options are there. One is export as image, export as PDF, export as SVG. So it depends on your exam. I am going to save it as export an image. You can choose any option. I am going to click on this export as image option. Then choose the folder. I'm selecting desktop. Select desktop. Here give the file name. I'm giving map. Then click on save. The format will be PNG. Click on save option. Click on save. Here you can change the resolution, width, height, etc. So click on save button. After that, just view that map as an image. Here you can see map.png. Double click to open this map.png. See, here you can see the map image, heading, panchayat and all the layers in which format? PNG format. So this thing is known as new print composer, or how to print the map. Okay. Today we have discussed about another two activity in your textbook. First activity 6.7, which is buffering. Open buffer window in the order vector, geoprocessing tools, fixed distance buffer. In that window, select the layer that should buffer as input layer. We have selected roads as input layer. After that, the land that is being used for the road, we can make use of measure line tool, and also the buildings that get affected, we can view that buildings which get affected by using open attribute table. So this is buffering. We have used this buffering for 5 meter widthening of the road and 3 meter. So this is activity 6.7. Last and final activity in this chapter was printing the map, which is activity 6.8 in your textbook. For printing the map, for exporting the map into image or SVG format, we can make use of printing the map facility. Select new print composer from the project menu and give an apt title to the map in the window that appears and click on OK. Then press the add new map button and draw an imaginary rectangle. So inside that rectangle, we can see our map of Panchayat. After that, we can add the information required in the map using the tools like add new label. We can give a heading to our map, and also we can use add new legend option in order to view the layer palette. Finally, use export option and export the map into SVG, PDF or PNG format. This export button we can view in the composer menu. So this is the last and final activity in this chapter. Here is the homework for you. Try to find out the answers of the given questions and write it in your notebook. So that's all for today. Complete your notes. Study well. Take care. Thank you and have a nice day.